We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 1. Sticking with Walker on second down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right?
Mitch Walker hitting the ball is out. And this is going to be Packer football. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now off the bootleg, Darnold.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Darnold. Going deep for Walker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Love, they go play action now. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. In motion right comes Reed. Off the play fake, Love. Caught on the right side, Reed. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That's another Packers 1st down. A gain of 3 on the play. And a Packer 1st down.
Love fires up quickly outside. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On play action, Love to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw now. Here's Love. That is caught. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Packers 1st down.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Dobbs goes in motion. Throwing. Love. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Glove. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Play action. It's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here, and they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Walker with another carry. Running right through him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Straight ahead, Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Darnold now to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 48 yards. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The tight end in motion right. The play fake, and it's Darnold. His throw incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now it's Darnold. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold will get that to Charbonnet. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Throw to Robbie Walker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That was a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 13-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the second quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Here's Love. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Off of play action, Darnold. He completes this to Walker. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Faking the give, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Wide open receiver, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throwing again is Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. Cooper Kupp from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing. Love. The short throw to Musgrave. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Love now. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
10 at the 49-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Now Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Second and 7. Darnold now to throw. They'll give this complete to the tight end Barner. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw now. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Love looking to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Packer first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
That's complete to Dobbs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, 50 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
makes the score Packers
So that drive
24,
spanned 5 plays.
Seahawks 13.
And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Darnold. And it is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
31-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 9. A play fake, and it's Darnold. The man is Barner, the tight end. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
15 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw, Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Sam Darnold, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
It's 24. Seahawks 21.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. Yeah, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the Packers pick it up. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Watson. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now McManus for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural. If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
throw caught by Cup out wide. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Off of play action, Darnold. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Darnold. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 24.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's Darnold. Smith and Jigba to the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Off the play fake, Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. This offensive line starting to win up front, and win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Once again, it's Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here, looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing. Love. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3? I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And a fast footwork by White. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Running left is Walker. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Donald. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
That's 3rd down, 101. You got to go to the... And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! Ken Walker, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To throw is Darnold. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. From the 50, it's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Seahawks.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 43-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now that'll be caught by Cup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Right there, we can do it.
Well, 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Myers' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, the Packers offense and receiver Christian Watson getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
3rd down.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.